You can watch on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel right now. Pastor Henrik, how you doing?
I'm doing really good. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. And you brought somebody with you, but there's no brats in the studio. What's up with that? Josiah, I'm just kidding. I did stop out on, National Hot Dog Day last week, and what did I have? I had a brat.
You had a brat.
Oh,
That's your go-to.
It is. I know. That's what it is. But we appreciate the two of you coming in this morning. We're going to be talking over the next few minutes about, Pastor, you talk about it as the thank you event, right?
Yes.
Okay. If I remember right from my history here, and we're going to back you up just a little bit because the camera zoomed a little bit. There you go. Okay. This comes from you had these parties, the block parties, if I remember our conversations in the past, and you wanted to expand upon it, right?
Yes, good memory there. Yes. So we had our church block party that we just did for our neighborhood. And then COVID came and everything changed. So we were going to go back to our default block party. And then we thought, we want to really come around and thank people. So we thought we were going to change the theme at church and just do a thank you party for then firefighters, nurses, doctors, all those that worked extra hard, during COVID. And then in conversation with Josiah, we realized that the best place to do that was the 10 spot. So this is our third year. So that was the beginning on how this worked.
And Josiah, very involved in the community, and we're seeing that over and over again, where from the car shows to the having the high school band out there playing, the thank you event, and I'm sure I'm missing a lot of others, but the 10 spot has become kind of not only a place for events like what we're going to be talking about over the next few minutes, but also kind of a gathering place as well. And I think, I guess my question is, did you ever think of it as a vision like that? Or was it just, hey, we're going to have the food trucks here, grab something to eat on the picnic table, but and maybe listen to some music, but this is becoming bigger than that.
Yeah, it definitely was. The vision originally was just a place for, the food trucks in the area to be able to gather and kind of, come together to create an atmosphere that was just kind of unlike anything else. Mm-hmm. And kind of from that, it has expanded to this. And it's all in that same theme of being able to gather, people from different walks of life, different places, different, just different places, and come together and really have a place that's really inviting, that people can sit around and share a meal. Mm-hmm.
And we talked to the two of you. I actually saw the video the other day when I was looking at you were coming into the studio, and I saw our live video from last year when we had a chance to talk with the two of you. And I would assume there's that excitement that we saw last year when you see families gathering, playing games. You've got the bounce house, all of that. I would assume that when you're in the food truck and in this particular event, walking around and observing things, Josiah, it kind of warms your heart a little bit too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, when large groups of people gather like that around something that's really just a kind of a beautiful vision, it definitely warms my heart. Definitely, it's something that's important to me.
Mm-hmm. So. We're talking this morning, if you're just joining us, Josiah from the 10 spot and the Lakeside Wiener Wagon, which, again, wait, hold on for a second. No brats at all. I'm just kidding.
No. Kinda. You're just kind of kidding.
Absolutely. You know me by now. No, it's all right. But in all seriousness, there's going to be free food for the individuals that you had mentioned, which does not include the radio industry, which is okay because medical, law enforcement, healthcare, way more important, and they are out every single day, saving lives, helping the community, and those are the ones that deserve that recognition, right, Pastor?
That's very true. So I was looking at the theme of who we are inviting. I mean, everybody can come. It's just that we give what we call the thank you bucks to those people. So it's the law enforcement, it's the medical community, it's the education, we call it service volunteers. So that's a pretty broad subject. Maybe you can slip into that one.
Yeah, I'll have to look at the invite.
yeah.
If it's on my resume somewhere there.
Yeah, firefighters, first responders, and support personnel. And what's really like a good takeaway from last year was that we had one person that was in the first responder saying that it was so good to sit down and have a meal with people that they hang out with without it being a crisis. So usually they don't meet until something bad happens, and now they get to just be together and talk and just take an hour or two and just hang out together. And so that's what we want to do. It's a huge thank you, and it's a sincere thank you to be able to say that we recognize what you're doing, and here you go.
And the expansion as well, because we could have just stopped. You could have just stopped at the year that COVID started. We really saw it start to fizzle, or the second year after that, and such, and said, during that time we know that everybody was on a kind of heightened, and the anxiety level was high, and so on and so forth. But to continue this year after year after year. Says that they are important no matter what the situation is, right?
Very true, very true. And so, like, when do you stop saying thank you? You really don't. And but it's also with this event, it's good because if you we have sponsors that come in and they help. We give them a deal and say, hey, if you sponsor this event, we will put your name on, publications that we give out and such. So it's a good thing for them. It's a good thing for the 10 spot. It's a really good thing for those that are coming that can get free food. But it's also really good for the community and for the people in our church to be able to use this as a tool to sincerely say thank you. So it's all around just a really, really good thing.
It is, and we appreciate you continuing to put this on. It's not just you though; it's members of your church, it's volunteers. It's being able to sit around and play what's the fish game, by the way? I when I was growing up, I know what it is, but is there a name for that fish where you have the fish bowl and everything? Does anybody know in this room at all? No.
Okay. I mean, I think it's just a traditional global thing when you hang up a sheet and the kid throws it.
Absolutely. Are you going to have that this year, though?
Oh, absolutely. You cannot stop doing that.
That's good. I appreciate that. Yeah. That's one of my favorite games. No, it's good. But in all seriousness, there's activities for the kids. Josiah, there is great food. How does the 10-spot truck owners look forward to participating in this event every year?
Oh, they all love it. I mean, it's just a cool event. I mean, whenever you can gather that many people and serve that many people, I mean, that's kind of what all the us as food truck owners kind of live for. So it's just really fun. So all the food trucks will be there. I mean, Road Crew Galley, Roasted, Lakeside Wiener Wagon, Brunch Babes, Trails End Baking Company, and Cluck Bucket's actually going to join us this year for this awesome. One. So
no, that's going to be great. And the new one, by the way, the Trails End, they've got pies and all kinds of different things. How's that going for them this year?
It's going great. They're having a lot of fun with it, and their pies are incredible. So is their bread, but I always joke with them and say it's better than my mom's pie crust, but if she ever hears that, I'm not going to admit to it.
It's not like you're saying, the radio.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's good. Mom, I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this event coming up quickly this Wednesday starts at 5:30, right, Pastor? 5:30 to 7:30, right?
Yeah, that's the big change, or one of the changes, is that we used to be from 6 to 8. Now we're doing 5:30 to 7:30, and that is a lot of it is because of a shift change at the hospital, so we can actually have people that are coming off a shift and then going on a shift, and that was feedback from people last year, and we said, sure, let's do that.
That's a great idea, and you'll see, and again, the community is invited too. They just have to pay for their own food, but to interact with the law enforcement, the healthcare workers, those in education, those, and you'll see people in uniform, out of uniform, sitting down, hanging out, kids running around. Just the camaraderie, the friendships, the recognition, I guess, is always nice. And so you do want the community to come out as part of this too, so that these individuals that you listed a few minutes ago see that the community does support them, right?
Yeah. Very, very true. Yeah. So, yeah, it's open for everyone, and it's an awesome opportunity, actually. Yeah, let's use this. The community can come and use that as an example to, or as an opportunity to have all those departments in one spot at one time and shake some hands and just say thank you. That's one of the things that we do at church, is that we say that the purpose for this event is to say thank you. We really don't have any other agenda behind it. So like we don't, oh, hey, the police department is here. Let's talk to them about people speeding on the staff. And that's not what this event is for. This is strictly thank you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, it's good to see this happening. This Wednesday, and again, if you are part of, and list the services again if you don't mind.
It's law enforcement. It's the medical, it's education, it's our teachers, it's the service volunteers, firefighters, first responders, and support personnel.
All right. And they just come in either uniform or show their badge or their ID, something like that, and they check in, and then you give them these bucks that they can spend at any of the food trucks there, because of those great sponsors, and this is an opportunity for us to highlight those sponsors if you know them off the tip of your head there for a moment, because they helped fund this too, right?
Yes. So 10 Spot, of course, is part of it. We have the Redreaming Paint Company. We have Superior Exterior, Snyder's Shoes, Love Wines, and Missions Graphics are the ones that are supporting us on the front end. So we want to say thank you for that.
All right, very cool. Josiah, you were part of this mention. Again, an event like this, you'd probably not hesitate saying a yes to, right?
Right. Yeah. No. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
This is and it's a wonderful thing to be able to say thank you to those people that are there at our crises, at our times of crisis, or times that we need a shown a path, like with educators and stuff. So yeah,
absolutely,
it's wonderful.
All right, good information there.
Yeah.
Did we miss anything from your standpoint, Josiah, that we need to tell the listeners? Same thing, Pastor, here in a moment.
Yeah, we'll have live music too.
Okay.
Tyler Reed is going to play.
Awesome.
For us. So
okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, and we've seen Tyler out at other locations and continues to do great things there. So looking forward to that.
Yeah.
This Wednesday, 5:30 to 7:30.
7:30.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And same question. Anything that we missed talking about this morning?
I don't think so. Weather is a big thing that we've been praying about. It looks like it's going to be really good. It might be warm, but the forecast it's going to be warm, but it's going to be overcast. So we're just hoping there's going to be a great evening for everybody. If it does rain, like really bad, and we have to not do it, then we're pushing it down 1 week.
Okay.
But we just praying that that's not going to happen.
You got it. And the kids' activities and stuff, those are free as part of it. And we appreciate everybody coming out. And again, thanks to all those service members. If you missed any of the details of this, you can watch it in its entirety. Head over to our Facebook page. We've got the details there, and check that out. Josiah and Pastor Henrik, thanks for coming in today. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
Absolutely. Stand by for just a second. 9:43:17 before the top of the hour, here on 102.7 WMOM and Hot Country Hits 99.9.
Spectrum Health, now Corewell Health, offers 4 different support groups to area residents. We have groups for cancer, stroke, Alzheimer's disease or other dementias, and Parkinson's disease. Each group is free of charge and led by a Spectrum Health nurse. Speakers are often part of the programs.